There is new information this morning on the police response to Monday's rampage at the Washington Navy Yard. As the drama unfolded, you may have seen this helicopter flying over the scene.
This chopper had an important and dangerous role to play. Chip Reid caught up with the crew members, and he's at the base. Chip, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Charlie, Nora, and Gail. During Monday's shooting, Park Police helicopter Eagle 1 spent a lot of time hovering over Building 197, which you see behind me. The pilot and crew say they knew it made them a potential target, but they say they didn't have time to worry about that. They had a job to do. When pilot Ken Burchell and his crew arrived at the Washington Navy Yard minutes after the shooting began, they got word that the gunman was still actively engaged in his deadly attack. What is it like to fly into a hot zone with an active shooter?
We don't really have time to think too much about the possibilities other than what we need to do and anticipate what can happen.
Did you worry at all that you were making yourselves a big fat target for this shooter?
Oh, we were fully aware that we were a big fat blue and white target, but that's our job. That's what we're supposed to do.
Their task was to rescue anyone able to get to the roof of Building 197, but they also had to protect themselves. Mike Abate provided cover from the open door of the helicopter with his M16.
I was concerned about the shooter firing at our aircraft. Thought I'd be best suited in, getting the weapon and at least being able to provide some type of support.
Down on the roof, a woman shot in the shoulder in desperate need of medical attention. The team lowered a basket to hoist her up.
As we hoisted her up to the side of the aircraft, we're hovering and very, very vulnerable to ground fire at that point. And we weren't going to stay in that position any longer than it was absolutely necessary. So we didn't even take the time to bring her inside the aircraft.
So she's bleeding fairly profusely and she's hanging outside in a helicopter. How did she respond to that?
She was a strong woman. She was bleeding, but she was in a better place there than she was when she was on that rooftop.
They're being called heroes. You feel like a hero?
No. Speaking for myself, I think we have a job to do. We're very proud of our job. We're proud of the role. But it's our job. It's what's expected of us and what you should expect of us. In all, the pilot and crew of Eagle 1 rescued 4 people from the roof of that building. As for the woman who was shot in the shoulder, they say she was bleeding so profusely if she hadn't made it to the hospital very quickly, she might not have made it. But in fact, she did survive, and she is listed in fair condition. Charlie, Gail, and Nora?
Amazing story, Chip, and what great first responders there.